Hey there, so today we are going to be painting a tree using watercolor wet on wet method. So what I have is my watercolors set out, and I have wet my palette, my palette, and I've chosen some yellow, shade of green, a shade of blue, make sure you can see it, a purple, and like a nice berry color. And I just want to make a simple tree, something with one trunk, and just give it a variety of colors though. Maybe we can use the colors to represent our feelings, or we can use the colors to symbolize what the weather has been like. I'm in South Texas, and Texas has been getting a lot of rain this season, so I like to start off with by wetting my paper. I'm going to take my clean brush and I'm going to add some drops of blue. Okay. Blue is nice, it's a primary color, and it blends well, you know. Next step, because I've already rinsed my brush, our next step, I'm just going to spread this out a little bit. I don't want my edges to be so sharp. I can leave some space in between, and this is going to be the leaves in my tree. So if you want to make your tree a little crazier looking, a little got my finger stuck in the socket kind of feeling, go for it. Okay? And because we've had so much rain, everything is growing, especially my grass. It won't stop growing, but I mean, that's a good thing, right? My grass won't stop growing. My lawn guy is making a ton of money because of all the rain. And you know what? He's a nice guy. Good for him. Okay, I am just dabbing on. There's no methodical, let me sweep in some brushes. I'm just dabbing. No very purposeful brush strokes there. And you'll notice that when the paint is drying, the color is going to become lighter. We're going to have to go over that a bit. Now I'm going to tackle my yellow. So I already have blue. I have green. No, baby, no. I'm going to add some yellow in here. Because when it's not raining, oh my goodness, it is hot. Yesterday we had a heat index, it said feels like 127. That's just crazy, y'all. That's crazy. And I prayed fervently for all the folks who had to be outside in that kind of temperature, because that can hurt you. I hope you weren't one of those folks who were out in that. And if you were, that you were in the middle of a pool or something like that. Okay? I've got my blue. I've got my green, my very cool green. I added a warm shade of yellow. And where would I put my purple? If I put my purple in, I'm going to make something muddy looking. So you know what? I'm going to go for my berry red pink here. I'm thinking of my berry red pink because I've got these beautiful flowers. They're called vincas, and in Spanish they're called teresitas, and those teresitas have been blooming like mad, and they make my yard look so happy. They look so happy. Look at that water taking off over there. Get back over here. There you go. Oh, did you see that? Ooh, check that out. Go back, go back. Look at that. Ooh, that is neat looking. Might have to dab up a little bit of water there. Might be too much. Might, she says. Might. Okay, I confess that I save paper towels for way too long than necessary. While this is probably really good for the environment, it does look like I'm a crazy paper towel lady at times, because hello. Leave a comment if you are also a crazy paper towel person like I am. I just don't want to throw them away too soon. If they're dry, and it's just paint. It's fine. Love the crazy paper towel lady. Okay, you know it looks really nice next to a cool color of berry. It's a very nice shade of purple. Now, if I put purple next to the green, it would probably turn gray on me. But look what happens when I put the purple next to that berry. Ooh. It looks like a trip to an 80s clothing outlet. I'm loving it. It almost looks like a molecule or something, like, I don't know, a cell spreading disease. Let me zoom that out some more. Look at everything we've done, and we've just started. Okay, it's been 6 minutes. I'm gonna go back up here, and I'm gonna take my blue paint, and I'm just gonna add a little more, because I like my paint to be a little bit darker, which is primarily why I also love to use acrylic paint. For the most part, you don't see through it. It's pretty opaque. Reach for the sky, little branches. Reach for the sky. Okay, I'm gonna have a little fun with it. You ready? You gonna go with me? I'm gonna dip my paintbrush in my blue, and I'm gonna go tap, tap, tap. There we go. Yes, I got it on the desk. It's okay. Okay, rinsing my brush, and I'm gonna go jump into that puddle of green because I noticed that it's looking lonely. Don't be lonely, little green puddle. Don't be lonely. It's okay. You're totally fine. I'm gonna load it up, and I'm gonna come on over. You can see my green at the tip. And just like I did with the blue, tap, tap, tippity tap. And I'm going to spread a little bit more in here. That didn't take long, right? Make sure your brush is clean, because then we're going into the yellow. And then the yellow, I'm loading up. Oh, I think I need to go into my color, my paint well a little bit more. Okay. Tap, tap, tap it into the middle of my blob. Tippity tapping. Ooh, you'll see that color's changing a bit more. And rinse, because I don't want to go into my clean paint with a dirty brush. And now I'm gonna give it a, whoa, tappity tap right into my face. Believe it or not, that's not the first time I've done that. Okay. Looks like a rainbow. And finally, I'm gonna add a bit more color down here at the bottom. And should I tap it? Of course I'm gonna tap it. In fact, I'm gonna let it dribble. Let's just act like these drops are falling leaves. Okay? Now it needs to dry. If you have a fan, use it. If you have a blow dryer, use it. If you have a heat gun, go for it. But I'm gonna pause to dry. Okay, so thanks to that lovely little heat gun, okay, that part wasn't dry. Oh, I love discoveries. So thanks to that heat gun, my paint is all dry here. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this lovely blob. Oh, look at this. Let's discover together. We've got sharp edges over here, and over here there must have been more water because it seems to have blended in a lot more. It's a very faint outline, but over here we have nice sharp edges. Interesting. So now we get to draw in our tree. So I'm going to take my Micron number 12 pen, which I love because it really doesn't make a mess. And I'm going to use this to sketch out my tree trunk. And my tree trunk will be here in the middle. Okay, you could start with the line, and I'm gonna add another right here. And your tree can be as fat as you want. You know, realistically, a tree with this many branches and all would probably have a fatter trunk, but I'm okay because I'm living in my little artsy world, and this is good with me. Okay, tree trunk needs to have some place to grow, so I'm gonna add a little background there. And now I'm gonna work on some branches. I need some branches. So if you would like to make your branches look a lot more realistic, you can hold your pen a little higher and hold it loosely, and your branches will go out looking nice and wonky and not at all planned. Look a lot more realistic. Okay, right here in the middle. So if there's leaves, there's a branch where that leaf is growing out of. And the higher up you go on the tree branch, the thinner it's going to be. Okay, I've added in my branches, and I think I'm going to add a bit of brown here at the bottom in my tree trunk. Okay, and then down at the bottom, we normally have ground, some kind of ground color. So if we have leaves growing out like this, what do you think the ground should look like? Just green grass? I do have a nice yellowy green, like very bright green picked out. So I can add that. And I like how the paint from the tree is blending in. Makes it look a little warmer. And I can also give it a little tappity tap. Tappity tap. It's not messy, it's artistic. Okay, maybe a little blue. A little blue for a little depth. And if you would like to add anything to the background, you can leave it blank like this. You can have the sun in the background, but I think it looks just great the way it is. And yeah, I know I can hear you saying, but what about this part? Yeah, I overpainted. My brain got carried away, and I just need to add the branches there. And there you have it. This is a watercolor nature painting, and it's abstract. It was quick and pretty easy. I hope that you enjoyed this activity. If your paper came out a little warped, what you could do, you let it dry, and then you can put something heavy on top of it, and it'll straighten out just fine. Don't worry about that. I hope you had fun making this watercolor scene from nature. Y'all take care.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.